Hello, and welcome to another review. This time, let's get clothes out of the way. This time I'm reviewing Doctor Who Series 8, Episode 10, In the Forest of the Night. Now, before I start, I just want to say, when I first heard the title of this story, when they released all the titles, it was probably the episode that interested me the most. And the synopsis interested me as well. I thought, this looks quite good. But when I saw the Next Time trailer last week, I was very disappointed because I thought, oh no, this is going to be a really bad episode. And in my opinion, well, I was right in my opinion that I thought, oh dear, this episode was a letdown. I think it had quite a bit of potential, really. It could have been quite a good story, but the way it was written just made it look really quite bad. Visually, though, it was really impressive. I was having a little discussion with the fellow hermits on Facebook, and we were saying how beautiful it looked, and it really did look quite good through the human eye, which was a good thing, I suppose. One of the very few good things about this episode. So, the basic plot of the episode, I posted a status on my Facebook page, and I said, basically, it's a forest appears overnight, over London and most of the entire planet, basically, and that's pretty much it. It's an okay concept, because I read the DWM preview in issue 479, which is a good issue. That it was based, the setup of the episode was sort of based on a poem, which was quite interesting. I'm not sure why they decided to do that, but the writer, Frank Cottrell Boyce, this is his debut episode, and if I'm honest, wouldn't be too happy if he were to make a return. In my opinion, he's not a particularly good writer, but maybe if he were to return, he might write a better episode. But I actually think that they must have been pissed or something, or out of their minds to suddenly think, let's make a forest appear over London, like a magic forest where kids get lost or something like that. So that's sort of what I think about this episode, is that the writer came up with an idea, basically saying, let's create a magic forest and let's use this as a filler episode, and let's just, because I can't think of anything else and that's the only thing I can think of, so let's do that. That was what I think of the concept. It's interesting, but a bit sort of what the hell at the same time. It's never really been done before in Doctor Who, I don't think. Like, anything like this has never been done before. So it's unique in its own way. CGI is quite impressive. In terms of acting, I'll start with the main cast first. So that's Peter Capaldi, Jenna Coleman, and Samuel Anderson. They were good. Jenna Coleman was probably the best out of the three. Peter Capaldi was quite good, but a bit irritating. I think just in places he was sort of a bit crazy, unless that's the way he was told to do it. Unless, okay, that's fine. I'm starting to like Danny Pink a bit more, played by Samuel Anderson. I know a lot of people find his character extremely boring, but I don't mind him too much. As for the kids, which was sort of my main concern about the episode when I saw the Next Time trailer, I just thought, oh dear, they're going to be a right pain in the arse, and it turns out they were a pain in the arse, because child actors in Doctor Who have been very, very annoying, like the Doctor and the Widow in the Wardrobe and several other stories. The only exception I can think of is the Empty Child and the Doctor Dances with the main sort of character, who was the, are you my mummy kid, but he didn't really say anything, so I'm not gonna judge him on that. So yeah, pretty much all of them have been pretty bad, but there's only been like a couple that have been actually quite decent, to be honest. Like the one in Listen was quite good. So yeah, very annoying kids in this. Just wanted to slap them around the face and just tell them to shut up. I know that's child abuse, but that's the way I felt. But yes, and also, of course, there was a scene in the Next Time trailer featuring a tiger, and I was sort of interested as to how a tiger would fit into the episode. But of course, with the trees growing and wrapping around objects, making them sort of weak and stuff like that, it gave the advantage for things to happen. So like animals escaping from a zoo, which is where the tiger escaped, and like wolves and stuff. So yeah, I thought the tiger would be like a main sort of like monster, or well, monster animal scary thing in the episode, but it was only in it for like 3 minutes, so that was a bit disappointing as well. So what else can I say? I'm not really bothered about this episode. It's probably definitely one that I wouldn't watch again for a very long time, unless I got really bored and it was on like iTunes, or I had the box set or something. So yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else to say. It was that bad. The next week's episode looks really, really good. So yeah, I'm interested to see what happens there. Yeah, I think this is probably the weakest episode of the series. Definitely wasn't one that I would rate very highly at all. For some reason it reminded me of the Torchwood episode, the one with the fairies. That was also quite a weird episode as well, but yeah, it just reminded me like a rip-off of that Torchwood episode, because obviously they had to use that girl as a way of getting the forest out, I think it was. But there's a few scenes I liked where the solar flare came in and it took away the forest. I thought that was quite a good scene, good effects. But I thought the whole thing was just lazy and just had a very sort of cheesy ending, where the girl sister, Maeve's sister, who's one of the other sort of main character type people in the episode, turned out she was actually in a bush at the end of the episode, and the sort of neon lights, or whatever you call them, they look like Nana Jeans, sort of revealed her presence, if it were, which was just like, what the hell are you doing in there, you silly girl? But it's just a bit sort of, what the heck? Oh, there she is, it turns out she was in a bush all along, what the actual hell? Oh fuck, it doesn't matter. You can tell I'm not very happy with this episode. But nevertheless, visually it looked fantastic, very colourful and just really beautifully presented, and it just had that bit of uniqueness to it. So like I said, it was a good idea and a little bit, strange as well, but generally not a very good episode. If I had to rate it, I'd probably be a 4 out of 10. It's that low. I mean, I wouldn't say it was like an atrocious episode. It's just very weak compared to all the other episodes. So Series 8 has been really good, so I think it's basically saying, oh, you're having too much of a good time, it's time we calmed you down a bit so you can actually give a full critical review. Well, just give some criticism for once. That's basically what this episode's for, just for some fans to give some real criticism, I reckon. So, thank you for watching this video. If your opinions are different, then I would like to hear them, and if they're the same as mine, then just comment down below and tell me what you thought. So, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. for a video that I'm not sure what it is yet, so you'll have to stay tuned. So take care, and goodbye.